art, as the cliche goes, imitates life. The movie Gangs of Lagos, which has a theme of culture, politics, and an unruly underworld, is at its best when it nuances the Nigerian criminal political complex. In this video, we'll explain the film's plot and show how it depicts a typical Lagos street resident. Survival is the most important thing in Isaleko, and it's not just Isaleko. Ajegunle, Mushin, Onipano, Agege, Osodi, Makoko, Bariga, and Ikorodu are represented.
Isaleko is the jungle, and here, everyone does what they must to survive.
If you were raised or currently dwell in these places, you may practically pin a genuine person to some of the main characters.
Collect unofficial taxes on the streets.
Growing up in the busy streets, Obalola and his friends Ifeanyi and Gift live in the world where each of them must manage their own fate. And for a while, if you're lucky, you may leave that world behind. The streets of Lagos are braided with crime, which comes in many different forms, from gambling, mandatory taxation, drug trafficking,
You struggling musicians who push drugs,
and forced prostitution.
Our dreams of leaving this life behind felt so close.
As Oba's voiceover introduces the major plot points of Gangs of Lagos, the brainwashing of young people into gangs, the putting off of personal dreams, and the tragic choices made as the bloodshed increases. Residents in these areas are accustomed to the horrifying sounds of bottles and cutlasses, screams of agony, and deafening gunfire. The street fight definitely tilts towards the macabre, a reflection of the violence that permeates Nigeria in reality. The images of men slicing through flesh with machetes are so eerily familiar to the viewer that they are unnerving. Surprisingly, whether on purpose or not, the police are never seen throughout the entire film. In Gangs of Lagos, the typical Lagosian can find a glimpse of his life. This is not a common in modern-day Nollywood. There aren't many films that make us feel this strongly about Lagos' Nigerian situation. For instance, the second scene in Gangs of Lagos is an accurate representation of everyday Lagos, where crime is rampant and you must take precautions to guard yourself. Your jewelry could be torn off your neck, or your phone could be taken. Many Lagosians will have no trouble relating to these scenes. From the port, where Kazim's goons conduct schemes and make payments among stacks of shipping containers and tall Panamax cranes, to the economic disparity that pits Kazim and Tenny's luxurious lifestyle against the daily struggles of Oba and his friends. In these populated areas, there are willing mentors and guardians for youngsters. We are introduced to Nino.
Everybody had a request or the other, and Nino had a heart for the people.
The residents of Isaleko like Nino because of his compassion. It quietly embodies Vito Corleone from The Godfather. The residents of Isaleko know that their helper, Nino, enjoys meals with their political oppressors, yet he still selectively provides assistance to his own.
My new father was about to become a lineal.
In the gang community, a lineal is the title and a representation of absolute authority, and it is regarded as a desirable accomplishment that the typical Isaleko youth hopes to achieve.
You start on the streets, work until you are a lineal. Owner of men, the couple, then can retire in politics.
Here is a complex society that looks to the Elenial to save their kidnapped children or recover stolen luggage. A place that values family and loyalty. Though crime is powerful and the people suffer under power struggles, it is also a complex community. Being the classic Machiavellian that he is, Kazim, the current Elenio, manipulates allies for political gain and has no problem getting rid of them if he believes they constitute even the slightest insignificant threat to his ambition. There is a fighting dichotomy with friendship at the core of this movie. Elenius' betrayal of Pana by his associate, Terrible, is evidence of the cruelty of Lagos gang life. It accurately parallels the tale of Zelensky and Naira Marley and their purported role in Mohbad's demise. Similarly, the death of a cherished character caused the elicited powerful emotion and the outbreak that followed. Gang of Lagos is one of the few films that used accurate research to portray a tale that most Nigerians do not completely comprehend. It makes references to the ruling cabals in Lagos. We are aware of what these figures, Kazeem, Olorogun and company, stand for. And we are aware that Obalola represents the archetypal everyman. Bimbo Ademoye as Tenny, newly returned from the US, the daughter of a crime boss, sequestered from street life but not oblivious of her father's dealings. She is pampered and spoiled with a luxurious house in Banana Island and expensive treats, all to the shock of Obalola. When he confronts her with his bafflement,
You know, see that's where it is, stay. Little week by your 30, you want to call them Dagbe. That's what people are saying around 1 How much you get to 15? Impossible on Ja, on Parawo.
our response is simple.
I didn't ask for this life.
There was a lot of symbolism about the current situation of the country, particularly the most recent elections. Themes of political intimidation and corruption were frequently hinted at various scenes. Conflicts result from the election, and Obalola, Ife, and Gift are caught in the middle of it, with the exception of a new candidate, Toyin Abraham, who is backed by the other gang. It appears to be the typical cycle of power.
Is it right that a family, we owe the whole state, hostage for the past 20 years, up and now, and they keep using our children for political thuggery?
Who are the elections umpires is a question the filmmaker Osiberu quietly raises. The voters? The dominant street lords? The cash-on-hand politicians? Who decides who rules Lagos? It comes as no surprise that the movie's portrayal of Lagos has strong criticism from official and non-official sources. But the harsh realities remain. An impoverished young man is shown here preparing for his Jakba exams while keeping cash under his mattress.
My father took me to an alagbara. He marked my body for protection and to ward off the spirits of premature death.
In Nigeria, superstition and spirituality have always been prevalent, and this is delicately depicted in the film. In summary, the literary themes of Gangs of Lagos include betrayal, false loyalty, brotherhood, greed, and power. It correctly emphasizes the reality that loyalty is a difficult choice for the underground because money and influence will cause people to switch on you without batting an eye.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I strongly recommend Gangs of Lagos. You can watch it exclusively on Prime. Please click the subscribe button if you enjoy this video and are curious about Nigerian art, culture, people, and market. Thank you.